What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, Stoney greatness, and I am here. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you. Sit down. Oh, sit down. Shut up. Shut up. Thank you. Shut up. All right, take it. So, and I am here with the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the entertainer, the educator, the Hall of Famer.
Thank you. Thank you.
So show some respect, Benony, because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is.
What?
Pull it back. It's all the way over here now.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oh, God.
God darn. Like, huh. Excuse me.
You're a mess.
Excuse you.
Stop it.
He is your king. He is my king. He's King Kevyn!
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. All right. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the GreatMines Show. We are happy to be back after the season has ended, but before the next season begins. So we got a couple of preliminary things we want to talk about tonight. We want to review season 16 one more good time, and also dream up what All Stars 9 is going to be like. So before we get into anything, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube so that when we're going live, you will get a notification. Join us in the conversation tonight as well. We're going to be ping-ponging with you guys, so join the chat. We in it with you. All right. So, Stoney, where we at?
Oh, gosh. So, as you guys know, we just crowned our next drag race queen. Nymphia Wind, she won the crown over, let's give her applause.
Yeah.
Her flowers. Yes, she's doing great. I just posted a video of her in Vegas, and the suite that she had was nice. She had like an outdoor jacuzzi off of the suite, and this nice view of like the strip and the sphere and stuff like that. It was nice. So kudos to Nymphia Wind living it up on her victory lap in the winner's lane,
as she should.
She won it over our hometown queen here.
Yes,
Safira Cristal, who is going to be on Hey Queen, that podcast, which is awesome for her, and everything. So, and we met some great queens along the way.
Yes, we have.
Like playing Jane.
Yeah.
Q, Dawn,
Tsunami
Muse, yes, Nymphia
Morphine.
Wind, Morphine Love Dion. That's what I was thinking of when I said Nymphia Wind.
Oh my gosh. I will once again give Morphine credit, but yeah, let's talk about Morphine real quick because she has definitely become a fan favorite. She is definitely a lip sync assassin of the season, and she's made this RuPaul's drag face.
Mm-hmm.
Because that face, kudos to she didn't had hers as queen.
Yes, the new queen of she already had hers is.
Yes.
So yeah, that was it was a great season. There was some twists and turns with Rated Queen at the very beginning.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. Like they need to either make that a thing or throw it out the window.
Yeah. I'm indifferent on it. I thought it was a cool little feature. It might be one of those things like it, and this might be a thing with them in production to where every season is going to have a crazy gimmick, like the one season with the with the chocolate bars, you know.
Right.
So who knows? You know, who knows what next season's gimmick is going to be, and we'll see how that goes.
So, I mean, talking about gimmicks and things, we are about to look at season 9 of All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about the fact that these girls will be winning money for a charity versus winning money for their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
The charity piece I really love, but it suggests that the format will be no one will be eliminated.
Yes, it does. It definitely does. And let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with that. That that no, that there's going to be eliminations, or or yeah, that you think that. But yeah, indications all point to the fact that that they would not want to eliminate queens who are competing for charity and give them as much time and grace as possible to try to win as much money. And then maybe like they're going to do the legendary legend stars thing, where every time you win a legendary legend stars, that's $5,000 to your charity. And then at the end, the queens with the most legendary legend stars will compete for the crown, and then their charity will get $200,000 or $150,000. I don't know.
No,
who knows?
I think that it should be a prize. Like if the grand prize is $200,000, let that be what's being donated to the charity. And these girls are fighting because there's only going to be one winner anyway. Yeah, they're going to make their small donations to them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But for the winner, no, let her work her way to the top, knock the other girls out, and win the big pot, opposed to bringing all, like, I enjoy the entertainment of having all the girls being able to participate in different challenges, but I agree with you with the all stars, all winners. Like that is they've earned the right to not be eliminated.
Right.
If you're not on that season or that show,
Mm-hmm.
you can be eliminated.
And we've discussed this here on the show. We've had a lot of discussions off air where a lot of folks, especially Drag Race fandom and the internet, have brought up the fact that and a lot of drag races editors have brought this up. Naysha Lopez has said it many times during her Roscoe's, that when she came back for All Stars 8 last season, she was under the impression that there wasn't going to be any eliminations because of the way that they did All Winners, which was All Star 7. So
that too,
and I'm like, I don't understand what gave you the impression that y'all were going to be treated like the All Winners, like, and people were like, oh, there shouldn't be any difference. Yes, there is a difference. These queens won. What about the queens that won the All Stars? They lost and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they are a crown winner.
Right? They've won a season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
A season. Now they've earned the right, in my opinion, to do that. We have teams and all types of things in regular sports where certain teams that are the best, they may get a first round bye in the playoffs, to where they get, or they may get an automatic bye to the finals or the semifinals. We have things set up that give advantage to the people who are good and have earned that advantage. But the thing about it is they've earned that advantage. When you're coming back for a regular All-Star season, you're coming back to either get the crown that you think you should have had, but you were this close to missing out on, or to reestablish a narrative and also win a crown.
Right.
So there's other alternatives. There's other motives.
I want to talk about was it All-Star 6 with the redemption challenge, when they would, like, if you were eliminated, like off camera, off the set, you, like, and the active queens didn't even know, but like you had to lip sync against the newly eliminated queen, and whoever won that lip sync got the opportunity to lip sync for life all the way through to the finale and jump back in the competition.
Right.
That was a good twist, but you still was knocking girls out, and you still gave somebody the opportunity to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I just think girls should be eliminated. That's how I feel. We should eliminate the girls as they go. We're not saying one way or another which way it's going to be because we don't know yet. But it's just the way that they have it set up. It could suggest that there will be no eliminations. And if there are no eliminations, we're still going to watch. But I'm gonna be a little salty.
Yeah, and we're gonna be a whole lot more skeptical. I am definitely gonna be way more picky. As far as my assessment and judgment goes with assessing the All Star Queens performances. I'm definitely not going to nitpick because you're doing it for charity and stuff like that. Like I'm not going to pull any punches, And then I kind of feel as though the queens are kind of like, especially like to me, when Naisha says that, oh, I feel like we've earned the right to not be eliminated. No, again, you have not, because you have not won a season. And I'm not trying to say that, because you didn't win a season that you're worthless or anything else like that, or you're worth less than the winning queens. There is a difference. There is a clear difference. Honestly, you got to earn your right to be in the winner's circle and get winner's circle perks. Okay,
like if you look at All Stars, All Winners, from the moment they entered into the workroom, into the moment whoever was winning was crowned, they all gave a phenomenal show. Yeah, there was a couple of moments where people made some slip-ups, but they recovered so well with each slip-up.
And the slip-ups would have been safe
on a regular season.
On a regular season.
Yeah.
So, would have been solidly safe. And then on some seasons, the slip-ups still would have won.
Right. Depending on the season, we were just talking about one of the returning queens, how she was from the very first season, which that was the beta test of RuPaul's Drag Race. So, like, they didn't even have the structures that they have now. So, yeah, the slip-ups would be like,
right,
wow, she turned that.
Like, look at the All Stars All Winner Snatch Game, right? You can take anybody, anybody from the All Stars All Winners. Even Jada Essence Hall,
who was the weakest
Prince, and she was the weakest one. Plop her in on what was that season? Season 14.
Yeah.
Season 14.
Honestly.
Plop her in on season 14. She's beating Lil Jon. She's beating Lil Jon.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
With just that piss poor Prince, would beat Little Jon and win the Snatch Game on that season. That's the quality of drag that All Winners was, where the worst person, on the Snatch Game would still win on the worst Snatch Game.
Yeah.
All right? It would still win. So I'm just like, wow. Wow. I do believe the winner of season 14 was competing.
Competing for what?
In the in All Winners, right? Who won 14?
No, 14 was Willow Pill.
Oh, it was Willow Pill?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one, because they had the lip sync and everybody,
and then it was Sasha Colby, and now it's Nymphia. It seems like time goes by so fast. Like, we've covered, in the past 2-3 years, we've covered 3 regular seasons. I'm going to say 3 All-Star seasons. And we're about to do another one.
Yeah. You guys have been with us along the way. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We love you for it.
RuPaul is keeping us on the camera.
Yes. And listening to us. And somebody over there is watching us all the time, because they're quick to strike and quick to steal our ideas, like Raider Queen and stuff like that. Because we've been doing that since day one.
So let's get into who these queens are now. So I'm going to start. Wait, go back up. With Angeria Paris Van Michaels, hailing from season 14. She made it to what, fifth or fourth place in her season.
I want to say 4th place. She made it to finale night. But yeah. But
that was definitely Willow's game. But Angeria was funny looking little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a pageant girl. She's very creative with her outfits and like she's funny. Like just in general, not trying to be funny, just like she just has this twang about her that makes you like want to giggle. But when she's actually trying, she actually is funny too. So I'm excited to see her snatch game and some of the gowns that she's going to bring. This is an all-star season.
Yeah.
She's had a couple of years to ruminate, and now it's like, okay, come on, let's do this.
I love it, Jerry. I do got to say that because they've released the entrance for the All Stars and everything. That entrance look was rather weak compared to her entrance look when she came in on season 14, which I thought was absolutely stunning. But hey.
I almost hit the wrong thing.
Oh goodness. Yeah, we almost had a technical difficulty.
A very bad one.
So, let us know what y'all think of Angeria Paris Von Michaels. Next, who do we have?
We have Got Mick.
Got Mick
from season 13, who was also a finalist. Wait, wasn't Angeria a Congeniality?
No, I don't think she was.
Okay. Well,
no, I think that was Cornbread season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One way or another, we have Got Mick from season 13.
Mm-hmm.
The first, and as far as we know, only openly trans drag queen that's been on the show.
Trans man.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I'm excited to see what Got Mick has to bring because I think she's also very creative and very out the box. So yeah, I look forward to seeing her.
Yes, I am extremely excited. If you can't tell about Got Mick, I love Got Mick. Got Mick, I am a fan. I am a Got Mick fan. Saw her live, spectacular. Just all the time nails it. Like there wasn't a bad runway for Got Mick. Like her season, like she kills it every time. I even like her trademark white face. Like I do. I digs it. So yeah, I'm just excited about Got Mick. I really, really think that she is going to be a contender for the crown at the end of the day, like she was on her season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
After Got Mick, we have also from season 14, Georges. Now, Georges is known as the lip sync assassin of season 14. And she's also known for doing that little dance right there. It's become a thing. Am I ready? No, I actually don't want to see the Georges.
Do the Georges? Oh.
I don't want to see that little dance.
Oh.
I don't want to see the dance.
I love Georges. I have been following her little, her glow up since the last season. She's, Las Vegas, queen, so she's been in Las Vegas a lot, doing the review and everything. So yeah, I'm excited to see, the maturity of Georges' drag, be shown here. I think that she might have her stuff together and might be a dark horse, but
that's what I want to see because, as I mentioned, she was the lip sync assassin of her season, but it was because she was in the bottom a lot. Mm-hmm. So in an all-star season, you lip sync if you're in the top. So I'm wondering if we're going to get to see her do the Georges. Because
she does it. She won a couple cups.
She won a couple of challenges, but she wasn't the strongest. But again, this is an opportunity to see how her drag has matured over the years.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, she's definitely a personality that we love. Now, again, my prejudices are towards a certain thing, not her entirely, because I love Georges. So let's make sure we keep that clear. I'm not hating on Georges, just certain things. I'm like, okay. It's like the whole banana thing with Nymphia. Is it genius? Yes. Am I tired of it? Sometimes. Is she still amazing? Yes. Now, from season 11, we have Nina West.
Nina West, Miss Congeniality from season 7. You know, so yeah. Columbus, Ohio's
Makes sense.
proud drag queen
It
of
makes so much
Columbus,
more
Ohio.
sense to me now.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ohio. All right. So if I'm being 100% honest, season 7 is like a blur to me. I wasn't really paying much attention to season 7. So I actually had to look back at who Nina West was.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a little bit. I didn't really dig in. And I actually want to see what she has to bring. I'm actually excited for her comedy and her humor, honestly.
Yes.
And some of the looks that she's going to bring with it.
Yes.
I mean, she's a comedy queen, and she's still a drag queen, but she gives you drag. But yeah, so like I'm looking forward to the camp of Nina West.
Yep. Definitely excited about going to Camp West and, getting all the campiness that Nina West brings. Yeah. So, yeah, very much excited to see her or her season. She kind of, gave off the impression of being more of a filler queen. But as the competition progressed, she
Pulled
became
out the big
something
guns.
that was like, oh, she might be a contender, made it to 5th place, and that's not nothing to sneeze at, and everything. So, yeah, excited to see how Nina West is going to go. I mean, she's been lighting social medias on fire, putting people's foots in her mouth, on stage, which is just disgusting. But
Don't yuck my yum.
Okay.
Some people, I mean, obviously the person whose foot she was eating, they enjoyed it. They let her do it.
I've let people put my feet in their mouths before, and doesn't mean that I enjoyed it. I was more concerned that they seem to enjoy it, but I'm just like, there's so many questions as to why you're enjoying it. If you're are you enjoying it, and then why,
But
and then
so there
what
are
is wrong
people
with
who
you?
just are into feet, and for them it does it. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans who got into it as well.
Yeah. No. All right. Enough about Nina West's kinks.
Also hailing from season 11, Stoney fave Plastic Tiara.
Oh yes.
Um, so we were just watching the Meet the Queens promo,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to see a little bit of her to get a little more familiar because I wasn't, and I don't know how I wasn't because she's amazing.
Absolutely.
Like, and so Stoney's been telling me about a show that he went to that she performed at, and how in love he has been with this girl. And I see why. She's gorgeous. She's sexy. She's talented. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. All of the above. Like, Plastic Tiara is definitely one to watch. Now, we were having this conversation, and I know we didn't talk about all the girls yet, but like, you know how sometimes we're looking at, okay, who is the season basically setting up to be the winner?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was one of the people that's being set up to win.
I would honestly, I would.
There's a polish on her that I like.
Yes.
There's a polish on her that you can't deny.
Yeah. No, and Plastique is a beautiful queen. Like, oh my god, like, woof! I can't even. Woof. See, I'm getting all the vapors and shit because she is that hot. Like, look her up. Wow. But yeah, I definitely can see where you can see that, but I also don't think that that she is.
We're not done yet. I think there may
Yeah.
be 3 queens who I can see where they might be where they could possibly build a story around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, possibly. But yes, Plastique, definitely somebody that is going to, make waves in the All-Star competition.
All right, and this next queen comes from season 5 and All Stars 2, Roxy Andrews. And Stoney, and I speak for Stoney when I say this, we are so happy and elated that Roxy is coming back for another All-Star season because we enjoy her drag so much. We love who she is as a person, her comedy, her makeup, her hair. Like, she is a drag queen's drag queen. So when I say this, I speak for Stoney and I both to say we love you so much, Roxy, and we can't wait to see how you progress in this competition.
It's parched.
Roxy Andrews, take it away, Stoney.
Well, let's see how she does without Detox in Alaska.
What do you mean?
That's all I'm going to say.
Why? You should say more. You should say more.
Big fan of the Tearaways when it was new. Roxy Andrews, Tearaway, the Tearaway pioneer. Kudos, mama. Thank you for tearing away.
All right.
Who ordered that? Not I. Send it back. Next.
All right. So from season 4, we have Chanel.
All right.
Go for it.
All right, Chanel. We love Chanel. Like, she's, very first queen to enter the workroom. Like, she's her story. She's walking her story, So, and then, one of the biggest fails on the runway, during a lip sync, with the Medusa wig falling off. But she came back and did strong, in the first All-Star season because she was paired with the chosen winner, Chad, Chad Michaels. Not take anything away from Chad Michaels. Chad Michaels deserved that crown. But, it was a setup job, hey, it is what it is. But hey. But yeah, no. Chanel did great on that season, actually. So all on her own. Like, despite being with Chad Michaels. So I'm excited to see her in a true individual competition again. And everything. She's been around the Drag Race sphere for a while now, The
entire history of Drag Race.
Yeah. So, hey.
Next from season 10, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Vanjie.
Oh,
it looks like Stoney here is a little, fond of Vanjie.
Oh my gosh. Like, when she walks into this workroom, like, for All Stars, like, Vanjie, oh my God. Like, oh my God, she was absolutely beautiful. Stunningly just, like, I wanted to just pound that right there. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay. I think that Vanjie's a very good competitor. I think that she's beautiful. I think that she's going to add some spiciness to this competition. I just got to get past the voice.
And see, I love the voice. Like, I love her voice because it's so friggin' ghetto and hood and just like just loud it out there, like she is that pretty around the way girl who is so pretty, but it's just loud and just be out there just messing with the bulls all the time and just being all extra and stuff like that. But the pretty wicked chick that's just like, oh, but then you like, because she's so hood and like, but oh, like, but in that voice, but oh, like she's one of them chicks. Like, yes, it's amazing. It's perfect.
All right. So as we move along with this story, wait, that's everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's only like 8 queens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw somebody,
which is another reason why I'm thinking that they're not going to be eliminating anybody, because like this is like literally like a 6-week show.
Yeah. And DragCon is in July.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So if we're doing our math correctly, there will not be eliminations. I'll live. I don't like it, but I'll live.
Thank you, Naysha Lopez. It's just now the money not going to y'all; it's going to charity. So y'all just got to live off of that show stipend that you get just for being on the show, because they still get paid for being on the show. It's called the stipend. It's like around depending on the show, probably between two to $3,000 a day. That you're on.
Right.
That you're on set actually. So it's just the days that you're on set you're being paid for. So who knows? But still, that's not necessarily a lot of money to a drag queen. Especially if you're on set 4 of the 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not a lot of money, but
yeah.
I think the hard part for me would be being sequestered the whole time you're filming. So it's not like you can actually like really go out and do much.
I think the sequester rules are a little bit more strict on the regular season than they are on the All-Star season, of course. And then, especially if they're not being eliminated, the sequester rules, you know what I mean? Like, I think that they're more, and then the only reason why they would sequester so hard is because they're afraid of the queens letting stuff leak.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, while they're out in public and shit. And, like, that's what NDAs are for, because if they violate, then
right.
kick them the fuck out.
I would just hate that for me, like to be sequestered like that. That would annoy me. Like, oh, it's locked down all over again. But no. So I mentioned earlier that there are a few girls I see they could be possibly trying to build a story for.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Plastic Tiara. I think Angeria. Roxy Andrews. And honestly, Chanel.
I get your Roxy Andrews. I get your Chanel. The Plastic Tiara one.
You don't think she's strong enough?
I don't think that she has that compelling of a story, honestly. Like a Chanel would, like a Roxy Andrews would, because Roxy's story is just like I said. Her thing is, can I do it without Alaska and Detox here?
Yeah.
Because every time I've been here, I've had Alaska and Detox, and we were 3 of the last 4 standing every time. But you were there whenever they were there. So now let's see if you can fly on your own, because we don't have no question that Alaska could have stood on her own. Detox could have stood on her own.
Yeah.
But the running gag with Relaska Tox is that Roxy needs Relaska Tox more than Relaska Tox needs Roxy. So,
Yeah.
So that's her story.
Angeria.
I don't see it as a compelling story there, unless it's built in,
I love Angeria though. Maybe that's just my wishful thinking.
I mean, Got Mick, first trans guy.
How did I forget Got Mick? That's okay, yeah.
That's a story that writes itself,
But we've already read that story.
Right, but not with the story ending in a winner. So, and it's not like it wouldn't be the quality of drag queen that Got Mick is, that, if this was a setup job for Got Mick, it's not like it wouldn't be. I wouldn't have fun watching it, because Got Mick is amazing.
Yeah,
like I paid money to go see Got Mick in a show. I will gladly do it again. So yeah, like but I just don't. I don't really.
What?
I don't really see any other.
You say Chanel, Roxy, and Got Mick.
Yeah, as the ones with the most compelling storylines, possibilities, for the win, I would say. Yeah.
Who do you think is the weakest competitor coming back, based off what we just saw in the Meet the Girls?
I would say right now it's between Nina and Angie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really do love Angeria.
I
I
love
don't
Angeria too.
I
I
don't
just thought
think that
that
she's the
that
weakest.
entrance workroom look was not as good as a lot of other folks that walked in. And
I
first
disagree.
impressions,
I disagree. I think it was pretty good. It
I'm not
was.
saying that it was bad. It just wasn't as strong, in my opinion.
I think it was stronger than George's look. So I don't know.
There's an argument there. There's an argument there.
I'm glad you can see that there's an argument
I
there
will
at
recognize
least.
that there's an argument there. I fall on the side of I like George's look better, but you know.
And I think it can go down to our own little small
Mm-hmm.
biases towards each of them because they're both great performers
Mm-hmm.
and we love them both. But like there are things I feel like tips me more towards Angie, where things tip me more towards George's.
Yeah,
So
that's the beauty of our show.
I think that I want Angie to be at the top. I'm sorry, I just do. I don't want to make any
I
red
wouldn't
links yet.
feel bad if Angie was in the top. I wouldn't feel like it's an injustice or anything else like that. Like it would be, it would be cool. Like I would be okay with it. Like it's not like
Right,
she's not. I think the thing with the All Stars is that to me, um, when you bring back a lot of queens like they did this year that finished pretty high in the top half
mm,
of their season, um then yeah, like you're gonna like you can viably see any of these queens winning because
right,
they were all viable and considered like contenders on
right,
their original seasons, like all of them. So yeah, you're gonna have that that little nitpicky difference, like we
right.
have, because but it's not saying that any of these queens are weak by any means. They're
But
they're, they're not. They're all stars for a reason.
but
But
in all
yeah,
honesty, would you say that you see a clear winner?
no.
All right, and I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can speculate, but like right now, coming from the door is not like, oh my gosh, this person is going to obliterate the competition. It's like, okay, we got some pretty good girls here. Let's see what they can do. So I like that, but I also feel like by the time we get to episode 3, we're going to start to see the chips fall in place.
Oh yeah, definitely. I yeah, I definitely think that by episode 3, we'll know the serious queens from the not so serious queens. Yeah.
I also feel like when we get into Untucked, it's going like the first episode of Untucked is going to let us know what type of connection these castmates have. Because
Mm-hmm.
like the sister kumbaya thing is beautiful and heartwarming, but I wonder if we're going to get a shady cast that's going to actually like be reading and like fighting, or if they're going to give us, oh, I disagree with you, sister. You know the difference between what I'm so like. Because like I'm looking forward to these girls. I do get that little sister vibe a little bit, but I feel like we got a couple of spicy things in the mix to make sure that we're going to have a good season.
Right. Exactly. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So I think that this All Star season is definitely going to be a experiment, as far as how this charity format is going to work. If they're going to stick with the charity format going forward. So who knows? I am all in favor of supporting the and establishing a drag race economy. Giving more money to the queens, will then in turn put more money into our community. So yeah, I am all for that. But I'm the charities um, that they're all associated with are all worthwhile charities. So
Yes.
I'm not at all, um, like dissatisfied or anything. And just so that you guys know, the charities that they're competing for. You got Plastic Tiara. She's going to be competing for the Asian American Foundation. The Asian American Foundation serves the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities, fighting against discrimination and hate. Then Georges is competing for the National Alliance of Mental Health, or NAMI, and NAMI is the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization dedicated to building better lives for the millions of Americans affected by mental health conditions. So that's Georges's charity. Roxy Andrews is going to be competing for Miracle of Love. And Miracle of Love Incorporated was founded in 1991 and provides accessible HIV/AIDS prevention and support in Central Florida, serving and helping diverse communities. So good kudos to Roxy, because I know Florida is crazy, especially when it comes to LGBT folks and the resources that are available to them. So yeah, kudos to her. Then we got Nina West, who is competing for the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is the top LGBTQ plus youth suicide prevention. And then it provides 24/7 crisis services, counseling, research, advocacy, education, and peer support. Then we got Mick is competing for the Trans Lifeline, which is a grassroots hotline, advocacy, and micro grant nonprofit charity offering direct support to trans people in crisis by and for the trans community. Then you got Angeria Paris Von Michaels, who is competing for the National Black Justice Collective. The National Black Justice Collective works to empower Black LGBTQ plus as well as SGL individuals, fighting against racism, anti-Blackness, and LGBTQ plus discrimination in all forms. Then you have Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. She is competing for the ASPCA. All right, we all know what the ASPCA does. Good for them. And then we have Chanel, and she is competing for the Anxiety and Depression Association, or the ADAA, which is a global nonprofit advancing research and helping people overcome anxiety, depression, OCD, PTSD, bipolar disorder, and other related conditions. So all worthwhile, charities that are, definitely involved in our community in various different ways. We in our community, because our community, couldn't really have kids for a really long time, and even though it's very expensive and difficult to have kids in our community right now, even though we have the opportunity to, a lot of us are pet parents. So the ASPCA, near and dear, does good things. National Black Justice Collective, the NAMI, like all of these, charities kind of, influence our community and help our community in some sort of way. So, great job for coming up with the premise to help the charities. Congratulations to the charities, and good luck to the queens. Hopefully this is a success, and changes a lot of people's lives. In addition to the show,
I think it will. Yeah. I hope that what they do with this, since they're highlighting this, is throughout the season give a spotlight to each of the charities.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be, because it's one thing to just read the stats or a bio, but to actually see the work, or to see how these girls may be connected to the charities. Mm-hmm. I think that'll be good for entertainment and educational things. So that's all I got.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. Let us know if any of those charities have affected you, and what kind of positive change and positive help did these charities provide to you. Share your story in the comments. We would love to hear it. We would love to know, so that we can spotlight those charities and let folks know how they're impacting everyone here in our little community with you guys, our great miners.
And thank you guys for being a part of our community.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just reiterate, if you have not already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you'll get notifications every time we're going live, as well as hitting the like. Again, flood the comments, spam the comments right now. Like, give us your feedback on the conversations. If you have some thoughts that we didn't cover about these girls or this season, let us know in the comments so that way we can keep this conversation going. And share the video with your friends and family members. If they don't know what Drag Race is, let them find out through us.
Yes.
Anything else?
I don't have anything else for the people. It is a very short show today, guys.
I mean, I think it makes up because we had like the past few shows have been like long
very
shows.
Long. Well, it's not really that short. 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's actually a pretty good time. Thank you guys. We are going to be taking a couple weeks off. All right, so you guys won't see our lovely faces again. All right, until May 12th. All right, May 12th, we will be right back here with our hardcore preview. Okay, we just gave you a little taste today, but we're gonna deep dive in. We're gonna use this time to do some research on these queens and their seasons and try to really dive in with some statistics with you guys.
Yes.
And everything. So yeah. Thank you. Our very own stat boy, our very own Drag Race stat boy, Roscoe will very much be correcting us and making sure that we have the correct information. So yeah, and if you like stat boy Roscoe, let us know in the comments. All right. So yeah. Well, that is the schedule. So we'll see you guys back here live and in effect on the 12th. Anything you want to say before we leave our folks?
Happy Black Pride. This Pride season starting.
Yes.
So Philly celebrating Black Pride. Thank you to Philly Black Pride for honoring me into the inducting me into the legendary Hall of Fame for Philly Black Pride. Was not able to be there, but I just want to let you guys know that I really do appreciate the honor and the recognition. Sometimes you do a lot of work and you kind of feel like, are they paying attention? But no, it feels amazing when people acknowledge and honor the work that you've done. So thank you to Jason and Lee over at Philly Black Gay Pride. That's all I got.
Hall of Famer.
It's exciting.
Hall of Famer. Right there. Give it to him.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night.